linguistic survey of Bangla in Nepal, but we are planning. And among this ethnic community, Kshetri is the largest caste and ethnic groups. Basically, these Kshetris, even in the past, even right now, they are in the power, political power. And this Kshetri community is followed by Brahmin Hills, Magar, Tharu, Tamang, Newar, Kami, Muslims, 4.4, Ado, 4%, and Rai, 2.3%. And mostly we had 9 categories of religions: Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, Kirat, Christianity, Prakriti, Jainism, Bai, and Sikhs. We have again other religions too, minor religions. Such complexity has been prevalent, as I told you, since the time immemorial, as I noted already, especially in the Panchayat regime. The beauty of complexity of multilingualism was not recognized. They followed one policy that is very, very wrong and societal for the multilingual situations. That was the wrong assimilative policy, own nation and own language. Ek desh, ek rashtra, ek bhasha, or something like that. Because of linguistic intolerance on behalf of the government, many languages, especially the languages of indigenous communities, were forced to be endangered or lost. However, only after 1990, because of the increasing consciousness in the ethno-linguistic community, the number is increasing. However, number of endangered languages are also increasing. This map shows how many languages are there. Then you can just see, for short, in 2002 we had, 2011 we had 123. Starting our survey, 1952, 44, 1961, 33, 71, 17, and 81, 17. That was the, cruel period of the Panchayat regime. Before the enumerator go to the villages, they were, very strictly instructed that whatever they call their language, please just stick on Nepali. That was the situation. Among 123 languages, we have 83 ethnic languages. They are mostly endangered. And then we have the number of Indo-European, Sino-Tibetan, Austroasiatic. So because of time constraint, let not be read this one. And the language vitality, let me just explain. In terms of expanded, graded, intergenerational distribution scale that is proposed by Louis and Simon 2010, I try my best to analyze. Only 53 languages are vigorous, that is 43%, and the rest of the languages are either threatened or shifting, moribund, nearly extinct, and extinct. And another very interesting thing which we find in Nepal, some endangered languages which are linguistically different, but ethnically, into inverted comma, ethnically, there is politics also there, supposed to be the dialect of the same language. For example, Tharus, indigenous people, they live in different parts of the Tarai belt of Nepal. In Awadhi area, Tharu speak Awadhi. In Maithili area, they speak Maithili. And in other area, whatever area they are, dominant language they speak. But their language is different, we know. But their organizations, supreme organizations say, no, our people do not speak different language. How can you say that one? You don't have any right. Linguists don't have any right to call our language name. They are the same one. Like that. That situation is there. So the threatened and shifting languages, let not me read out all the languages over here, just I try to give you the situations of, and what are the policies for preserving and promoting endangered languages. In 1990, the Constitution of the Kingdom of Nepal was promulgated, For the first time, this constitution tried to give the guarantee stating that each community residing in Nepal shall have the right to preserve and promote its language, script and culture. Beside that, each community shall have the right to run a school for the children in its mother tongue up to the primary level. Then, in 2007, another constitution was promulgated, that is the interim one, is still going on. Our MPs have not been successful to give us the real constitution. We're struggling for that one. This constitution again re-emphasizes the need that one, each community residing in Nepal shall have the right to preserve and promote its language, history, culture, cultural, civilities and heritage. I think these are the lines, only the lines written in the constitution. But in practice, we are lagging behind that. We don't have any special act which can be helpful to promote, to preserve the languages. What exactly we are going to, in spite of this fact, okay, what we are going to do, especially for preserving and promoting the endangered languages. Before that one, what are the real, what are the major problems, linguistic problems, burning problems in Nepal? First one, in my view, that is the development of orthographies for unwritten languages. Second one, determine unless we broaden the domains of language use, we cannot, in the real sense, promoting minority languages, facing extinctions, and implementing the socially inclusive provisions. Okay, in 1994, government, commission, government is to form a commission, National Languages Policy Recommendations Commission, and it, read in front of you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 recommendations. They are very, very important to define them, to constitute National Language Council to survey institutions to conduct and monitor plan has been ordained, not realized at Nepal. National Language Council to establish the Department of Linguistics. In 1997, we had around 130 MA graduates and 12 PhD already completed, and it has been served 123. But out of 123, more than 16 languages are, you can say, foreign languages, like French, English, and prepared textbook up to 3 in 7 languages, and Puma Chintan documentation program, and Bhasanchar. We have it was founded in 2002, and one of the main purpose is to preserve and promote the languages of indigenous nationalities, which are still going on. It has been a place where politics, politics is there, and it is suffering from the politics. So languages, till today we can say 71 languages have been covered up, only few languages are left. Beside setting up division of mother tongue at National Academy is there, and multilingual education, especially for the quality basic education, it means the government is trying its best. But however, there are a number of problems. Maybe there is no actual identification of the language and their dialects unless you don't have these things. How can you go with this program, development of orthography for preliterate languages, and so on and so on. So, what are the real challenges for preserving and promoting the endangered languages?
Professor Rekmi, could you move towards winding up? Yes.
Okay. Just in short, existence of proficient bilingualism is there. That's why it has become very difficult for the intergenerational transmissions. Negative attitude is there of the language of the wider communications, lack of ability to tell, situations of the language, lack of resource, lack of orthography, and there is still conflict and competitions for being identified in terms of languages. Okay, I could not explain what exactly is going between Gurung and Galit. They are fighting, for the identity. Migration from homeland to different parts of the country for employment, ineffective implementations of mother tongue-based multilingual educations, lack of clear policies of the government about minority language, lack of budgets, and so and so. Let me just give just few lines of the strategy. There must be the proper identifications of these Indian languages. We got to develop orthography. We have to write grammars, compile dictionaries, preparing textbooks. Most important thing is we got to create awareness among the speech community about the importance of languages for two purposes: quality basic educations and transmissions of life crucial knowledge, and allocation to adequate budget should be there. And another one, maintaining coordinations between the speech community, linguists and government agencies, and the establishment of National Language Council, that is our dream. Preservations of traditional settlements and planning, arrange seminars, conferences, seeking international cooperations. Let me come to the conclusion. In my view, multilingualism in Nepal, even in the South Asia, that's the reality. One has to understand, one has to realize this fact. It means even for the development of broad language like Bangla, like Nepali in case of Nepal, for its development too, we got to develop, we got to preserve other languages for different purposes. So multilingualism is an asset, not a burden. If it is managed properly, policy makers should establish the proper coordinations. The domains of languages must broaden. There are not any, in my view, any magic formula for preserving and promoting the endangered languages. However, multilingual educations, especially mother tongue-based multilingual educations, can play a crucial role to boost up the use of mother tongue. I'm coming to the end. However, it has to be, it has to be noted that it is only a bonus, not for a crucial means for the preservation. We've got to understand this point. Unless the speech communities are made aware of the importance of mother tongue, life crucial knowledge, and cultural values which are embodied in the language can be better transmitted through mother tongue, linguistic complexity should be deciphered in relations with ethics and religious complexity. I'm coming to the end. For preserving mother tongue, at least in South Asia, one powerful and effective international institution, I think it is required for the coordinations, for sharing, for sharing the knowledge, what we have obtained in one area to another area, be established and developed. I don't think I may be wrong or I may be right. Okay, in this respect, international institutes like IMLI, devoted to the preservations and promotions of mother tongue languages, can play a vital role for research and international cooperations. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Regni. I think this paper is now open for discussion. We have about 5 minutes for asking questions and getting answers.
How much material is available in the Nepali language to inform the public this is an issue and that minor languages need to be preserved?
We have very few, as I told you, because there are very few, especially in Nepali. Nepali means that is the official language we have a lot. Because the government has spent lots of money on that word, knowingly or unknowingly, maybe unknowingly.
I'm asking about newspaper articles.
Yeah.
Do Nepali dailies carry articles by leading intellectuals emphasizing the endangered languages and saying
but
that
in that very respect, sorry to say, we have very, very few. We are just beginning, just providing the awareness to the people.
Thank you. Any other question?
Very much for your excellent presentation, and Nepali is very relevant and popular.
Could you also kindly let us know your name, please?
Sir, I am Misbah Kamal. I teach history in Dhaka University and also work with the multilingual education in the country. And I'm also the Secretary General of the National Coalition for Indigenous Peoples. I have two quick questions. One is, you were referring to Chetri as the largest caste stroke ethnic group. While mentioning that, you mentioned Musalman as one of them. I'm not sure whether you meant a religion or a ethnicity by this. This is first question. The second one is this. In table 1 by 1, you mentioned about the number of languages in different population censuses. And there, a distinction has been made between mother tongues and ethnic languages. Are the ethnic languages not mother tongues?
Yes. Thank you very much. Both questions are very, very relevant, very good. Thank you very much. Especially regarding to your first questions, Kshetri is the largest caste or ethnic groups having 16.6 of the total populations. I could not explain each things over here because of the time constraints. What I mean to say, the politics, in Kshetri politics is there, even in ethnic groups, politics is there, and what I told you, Muslims. Yeah, Musalman 4.4. Yeah, Musalman followed by the Brahmins, the total number of the population. Yes, what I mean to say, total number of the population.
Just total number of population. You didn't mean a linguistic group.
No, not linguistic group. That is the total number of the populations in Nepal.
But Muslims may belong to various ethnicities, isn't it? It's
I don't mean to say Muslims are Muslims. Muslims are the most bigger one. Muslims. What I consider Muslim is the one ethnic community, might be ethnic community, but they speak different languages.
It is not.
Maybe you are right, but I can't explain more than that because it's very, very.
Ethnically they may be different, but in religion they are one. That's
One.
That's it.
So maybe.
So you have actually mixed up the ethnic community with the religious community.
So my intention was not like
Not
that. Just,
exactly.
I wanted just to give you the information what is there in Nepal and what, because interrelationships between ethnicity and the language is very difficult task to explain each and everything in short time, and we need to have very broad study, and then we can say what exactly is there.
Okay.
The second question. Second question. You have made a distinction, or perhaps your census has made a distinction between mother languages
And ethnic.
ethnic languages.
Mother
No. Broadly, all languages are mother languages, no doubt. But what I mean to mother languages, as well, they are in terms of the languages spoken by indigenous people. That's what I mean.
The mother languages.
All languages, by definition, Nepali is also the mother language, no doubt. Nepali itself is the mother language, but it's not. Normally, it's not the ethnic language because Nepali is spoken by different castes, different ethnic groups, at the same time. But such distinction is difficult to make. But what I mean to say, to your questions, okay, very loosely they have been used over here. So not such distinction has been made.
Okay, fine. I think you have made your point clear. Thank you very much. Thank you. Jadughar, National Museum, Dhaka.
Okay. Honorable Chair of today's session, Professor Pravit Sharkar, other discussants, distinguished guests, my friends and colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, still the morning, good morning. When I was trying to put together something for this session, I was frequently reminding me that where angels fear, idiots jump. Anyway, today I'll be totally focusing on the themes of this session, preservation and promotion of this mother language and multilingualism, and the focus will be the IMLI, the Institute of Mother Language Institute, International Mother Language Institute here as research hub. As I have just mentioned, indicated, this presentation is not an expert presentation, and but I'll try to put up a framework for thinking on the discussion theme today. Now, what is the context of the issue? Why we are talking about preservation and promotion in Bangladesh? Number one, our mother tongue, and almost everywhere in the world, is being replaced by international language like English, which has become the predominant language for all kinds of official and business communication. We also observe a situation where there is pressure for standardization of Bangla in speech as well as in written form, and we know that dialects are being abandoned or discouraged. The third observation, the third characteristic of the context is language is dying, minor language is dying all over the world. And number four, the international awareness and action for preservation of language diversity is on the rise. So in this situation, we have come to discuss about preservation and promotion of languages. That includes both major and minor language. And what is the situation in Bangladesh? There are 38 languages, no extinction reported in recent time. Bangla is spoken by as high as 98% of the people. People learn English as a foreign language very frequently, especially in the urban areas. Arabic is learned by Muslims from childhood as a religious language, the language of the Quran. Bengali is being rapidly replaced by English as the language for communication. English is the medium of instruction for higher education. Also, a large number of high schools in the urban areas, they have English as the medium of instruction. We call them English medium schools. So this is the situation in Bangladesh. We move on. Out of the 38 languages, there are 37 which we can call minor languages. The use of the minor languages, even within the indigenous community, it is in the wane. Official use of 27 minor languages is little or nil. Hardly any Bengali learns any of the 37 other languages, and there is natural, social, technological pressure for abandoning dialects and for embracing standard oral and written form. Now, we have to set up a vision for ourselves. What questions we face today? Three major questions are: shall we allow language and dialects to face natural consequences, including extinction? Number two, shall we allow languages to undergo changes through evolution without any intervention whatsoever? And then, if we decide about intervention, how and in what way do we intervene in the process, natural process of evolution of Bengali, the major language, and other languages? So when we talk about preservation and promotion of mother tongues in this country, we have to consider these points. We have to decide our vision and goals. Now let us look at the minority languages first. What could be the goals? We don't have any goals as yet, to my knowledge. No official statement that can be regarded as a statutory binding. Our constitutional does not provide a clause like this, that anyone arrested should be allowed to be informed about charges against him in his own mother tongue. So if we are considering to promote minority languages, then we can consider certain goals, very broad goals. First, promote the use of minority language. Second, development of own script where there is none. Out of 37, I don't have the exact statistics. I don't think more than 6 have their own hieroglyphy. Number 3, reinforcement of mother tongue in the teeth of aggression of national official language and unchallenged domestic dominance of English as the language for international communication. These 3 could be said as the basic goals if we consider promotion and preservation of minor languages of Bangladesh. Is there any threat for minor languages today? Let us look at this scenario. We have to actually carry out a stock taking. Nepal has already started language mapping, as we have just heard. So we have to embark upon collection of existing linguistic information from different regions of the country. Maybe some works have been initiated in these regards. Then a certain dynamics of demographic profile. Who are the people speaking minority language? Is for the first time an official Bengali grammar. Now, what does documentation mean? You know, many of you are aware, documentation work has involved the description of the language by carrying out both phonological and grammatical studies. We can carry out these for many minor languages. The designing of a standard orthography based on the sound system of the language, those minor languages which do not have their own script. The preparation of a user-friendly practical grammar and a sizable reference dictionary, the compilation of literacy materials for both children and adults. Moving on, studies, history books, newsletters, reports and booklets on culture, income generation activities, so as to sustain literacy in minor languages. Then we have seen in many parts of the world that issuance of periodicals in minor language have proved successful in enhancing literacy in those languages. The translation of religious scriptures in the minor language, this has proved very useful, because going back to the religious scripture every day is a part of, is a matter of obligation to many. Now, those were about the minor language. What about Bangla? Is it an easy to survive case? Well, number one, the population that speak Bangla is huge and increasing day by day. Then Bangla has a stable, well-developed script. We have been today is to develop a framework when we consider promotion and preservation of the languages of Bangladesh. And I certainly believe that we need an institution like International Mother Language Institution, this one, and there are lots of opportunities for this organization to work, to research,